Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. So, I know I haven't streamed like since last year, but we've had a lot of stuff going on with airport projects and stuff, and I've also been working on some tutorial ideas, which I will be releasing pretty soon, hopefully. But yeah, it is going to be a really short flight tonight from Frankfurt. This is the new Aviotech, I think, Aviotech, if I'm not wrong, Frankfurt Freeware, and we're going to be flying to Fly Tampa, Amsterdam. So, yeah, it's going to be a really short flight. Let me go ahead and check the block time real quick, because I did have my sim brief plan pulled up here. "55 minutes of airtime." So, yeah. Let's go ahead and turn on battery 1 and 2. Go ahead and get external power going. And turn up overhead integrity. I hate these armrests, honestly. Like, they kind of get in the way of everything. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I have the Wing FCU. It's right here. So my microphone is like slightly further away than it usually is. So like my voice, if it's too low, just let me know and I'll turn it up. Because my FCU has to rest on top of my alpha, and that's usually where my microphone is. Let's go ahead and get that calibrated. Units, ground services. Okay. So only 5.3 thousand kilograms of fuel required, but we're gonna go ahead and load 6.3. Wait. I'm loading the cargo. I was wondering, like, why can I only put in like 10,000 kilograms of fuel? That's so weird. So for cargo we'll go 2,400, and for fuel we'll go 6,300. For passengers we'll go 137. So we're gonna load the aircraft instant. Okay. Go ahead and get cruise supply on and make sure nav and logo lights get turned on. No smoking signs on, arm those. And whoops, we forgot to get the IRS systems, the ADIRs aligned, because those take 7 minutes. That's usually the first thing I do when I fly the A320, because it takes, I depend on basically how long that takes. I can't push back until that's done. And so for the livery, we're using the Star Alliance livery, because I honestly, like, I flew into Frankfurt from Bologna with the regular Lufthansa livery, but I kind of like the Star Alliance one, so I installed it and we're gonna use it. So in it, we're gonna go Frankfurt, Echo Delta Foxtrot, and then Echo Hotel Alpha Mike, EHAM, EDDF, EHAM. Flight number is going to be Lufthansa. I think it's 1001, but I'll have to double check that. Oh no, 1003. 10003. For cost index, we got 47. It's because my microphone's also kind of like, sorry, that probably hurt your ears, but it's kind of blocking like part of my screen. So 180 is going to be the cruising flight level. Go ahead and align the ADIRs, and we're gonna go perfect it. So 57. I seriously don't know like what's going on with me today. Like, I've been putting in the wrong data. at the beginning in the wrong place, and now I can't even read the perf information. So 57.4, can we round that to 57.4? And 30.8. Actually, let's just send this to MCDU to see what it rounds it to. Yeah, 57.4, and we got 6.3 thousand kilograms of fuel for block 6.3. And we're gonna go runway 7. It's one of the 7s. I'm not sure if it's right. I think it's right. So 7 right on the Mare 9D, Mare 9 Delta departure. And it should automatically put Mare in transition there. So we just have to scroll down. Yankee 153 airway. And we'll go to RPEG. So Alpha Romeo Papa Echo Golf. What? Yo, that's weird. Well, can we go direct RPEG? Or does it just not exist? We can. Unless... Hold up. Let's clear RPEG again. I think I might have put in the wrong airway. Yeah, it's the wrong one. Yeah, it's 153, that's why it says. Okay. So then, I think we have to insert this, and now we can enter the airway. Yankee 152, and then to RPEG. And then from RPEG, we'll go Zulu 850 to Hotel Mike Lima 602 to Romeo Kilo November. And then that's the transition into the Romeo Kilo November 2 Alpha arrival into runway 06 at Amsterdam. So clear that. Amsterdam arrival ILS 06 Romeo Kilo November 2 Alpha. Okay, so in it, no, not in it, perf. Let's get the departure perf. So ICAO, Frankfurt, runway 7 right, and we're gonna go ahead and go 1F. We're gonna force toga, and we're gonna be probably packs on, because like, why would I bother turning them off? I mean, for engine performance, but realistically, I mean, this is flight sim, so like, it doesn't matter. I usually don't turn packs off. 140, 141, and then down. Does that say 0.1 or 1.1? That says 0.1. Okay. So flaps 1, and then trim down 0.1. Whoops. Okay, so for some reason, oh yeah, I forgot I have to update my WinWing FCU hardware. I wonder if I can still, yeah, I can still. It's because the LEDs sometimes, so hold up. Real quick, let me just do that. That somehow fixes it sometimes. I'm not sure exactly how, but it does fix it. The LED, because the knobs still work obviously, but it's like the LEDs sometimes they just don't want to work. For 1,000 or 18,000 feet, we're just gonna go straight to 18,000, and I believe there is no ATC. So there's no point in flying on Unicom on VATSIM. But one of these days, guys, I'm gonna do a VATSIM flight again on stream, because genuinely, I've been wanting to fly VATSIM for a while. I don't even think I did last year. I haven't done it in like 2 years, like genuinely. Or maybe last year I did for a bit, I don't know. But like, I haven't flown VATSIM in a while, so. Since there's no one currently in chat, I'm gonna go ahead and check the audio real quick. Okay, so for the METAR, we can pull up. Well, it shows it in our EFB, but I still like to pull it up from the internet because I don't know, I like that better than pulling it up from here. So it's 3003, and usually the data in the simulator is accurate, so it's like, but this is just how I prefer to do it. So I'm just gonna go mode Charlie on the transponder right away, because why not? And we're gonna get the APU started up, and we got alignment for the IRS in 1 minute. So we're just gonna wait for that flap open, and we're gonna start up the APU. So APU start. Maybe you guys will be able to hear that. Well, now I've got chat pulled up on my phone, so if you guys have anything to say, that should be there, and hopefully that'll make the jetway go away, and then we can disconnect the GPU. So we've got the pushback truck right there. It's pulling up, and okay, and we're pretty much aligned. So IRS aligned. Let's go ahead and, whoops, clear that message. Let's clear that off the FOs. FMS2. Let's release the parking brake. We're gonna start pushing back shortly. Okay. Just waiting for him to tow. He's taking a while. Wait, are the chocks still on? No, they're not. There we go. I don't know what was wrong with that, but anyway. Let's get our integrity lights turned up here too, and some floodlights there. We'll go ignition start. I think that automatically turns the packs off. So then we go engine 2. See how far back we should push back. Wow. This is one heck of a view, not gonna lie. I should take a screenshot. I'm gonna send it to Lee. We'll stop pushing here. Okay, engine 1, and let's hear the PTU bark. Okay, so we've got both engines available. Let's go ahead and shut up the APU. Nose lights. Whoops. Yep. I don't know why, but suddenly, whenever I want to switch to another view, it's still the same view, but like zoomed in. Well, not the same. It's like the same zoom level on the other view. It's kind of annoying, because I have to zoom right back out. So we'll go mats. So auto brakes are set, and go ahead and set the ground. Spoilers. Flaps 1. So flaps 1. And we've got, okay, altimeter set. We've got flap set. Okay. I gotta make sure that my radios are set to Unicom in Microsoft Flight Sim, because oftentimes I'll take off and it'll just be like some random ATIS frequency tuned into my COM 1, and it's annoying. But yeah, okay, so we're all set pretty much for departure. Thankfully, the Fenix EFB does have Navigraph, so is it gonna open? Okay, great. So, import route from SimBrief. Failed to get plan for SimBrief. Okay. Add departure. I guess we're gonna have to manually look up the airport. So, we'll go ground charts and airport. And I think Simlink should be running. There we go. So we're right there. And we want to get to runway 7, right? Which is... wow. This is one mess of a chart. So it's right here. So here's 7 center. It's not left, it's 7 center. So we basically have to... okay, where's the control tower? It's to our left. Or, it's no, it's to our right. It should be to our right. Okay, so if it's to our right, then technically we're facing. Okay, we'll just start taxiing the wrong way, and we'll figure out where we are. Simlink should be on anyway, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. And go ahead and release the parking brake, because I forgot this plane isn't like the PMDG where you can just hit the toe brakes and the parking brake's gonna release. Okay, so wow, it's really dark. So I think my Windows HDR options are, oh wait, no, never mind, HDR is on. Okay. Okay, so we are now, yep. So we're gonna head straight down. Supposedly this is November 7, so I do see that. So we're gonna try to get to Lima 21. Here's November 7. This is a freeware airport, by the way, by Aviotech. I'm not sure if yeah, I did mention that earlier. So if you would like to check it out, you can feel free to do so. Okay, so that's cabin ready. And we're gonna go ahead and make a right turn, and we're on Lima. So if we check the chart, yep, we're on Lima. So we just have to go pretty much from this point, we just have to go straight down. So we're on Lima 10 right now. Make sure we get ourselves aligned with the center line there. Oops. So Mike 29, I think, is the holding point that we are going to be wanting to be at for departure today. So cabin lights are dimmed. 18,000 feet is rather low cruising altitude because it is a really short flight. I mean, 55 minutes airtime, really short. Slow the plane down. And then there's Lee complaining about HSD. Hilton Head. I don't think he'd care if I mentioned that. Nobody's watching anyway. Yeah. FS Design's Hilton Head Airport is coming out between this month and next month. We're trying to make it come, we're trying to finish it this month. So so I think we're at Lima 20 right now. Yeah. So at the next point, I'm gonna turn right here. So we're gonna get our landing lights turned on. Actually, can we hold short? Or was that the hold short, the one that we just passed? Okay, so this is a hold short. Let's go ahead and stop here for a moment. And we're gonna go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Runway turn off. Landing lights, nose lights, and strobes. Transponder is set to mode Charlie. Flaps are set. Let's go ahead and get our engine to norm. I forgot to set it to norm. The engine mode. And we're gonna do a quick flight control test. So go ahead and go left elevator, or left aileron, sorry, neutral. Right aileron, neutral. Forward, neutral. Back, neutral. And full left, neutral. Full right rudder, and neutral. Okay. Flight controls are working. So let's go ahead and keep going to the holding point for runway 7 right. Okay, so this is 7. We're gonna make a slight right turn. I think we should have taken Lima 21 because that was the threshold holding point, but either way, it doesn't really matter. We can just make a turn here. Okay. And I think at this point we can just keep following the line, the taxi line, up to the holding point, but I still want to make sure that I'm headed to on the right direction. So I think here I'm going to make a right turn, because it seems to me like Mike 29 is the threshold of 7 right. So we're going to make a right turn. And then we're going to make another left turn in a bit. Okay. Now I'm not sure if it is labeled anywhere near, but this should be Mike 29 coming up. Yep. We have our lights configured, everything's good to go for takeoff. We got the ILS hold short, we can just go past that. And then we can just make another left turn. I think there's like a little junction here where you can go to the other side. Yeah, this is Mike 29, it says it right there on the indicator. We're gonna go past this hold short, and we're gonna go ahead and line up on runway 7 right. Runway 7 right. We're lined up with the runway, and we are pretty much all set for departure too. We're pretty much all ready with lights and the configuration of the airplane. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, so I'm just gonna go chrono start, and we're gonna go 40% and 1 and toga. So Mantoga, SRS, nav, sorry, runway, and then auto thrust blue, auto thrust blue. Ooh, we're past 100 knots already. V1 and rotates. Whoa, big stutter there. Positive brake, you're up. Check out the wing view. We've got nav. Okay. I was gonna put the flaps up, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I think what I'm gonna do is once we're past Delta Foxtrot 149, 220, that's what we're supposed to be keeping. We got climb mode, so lever climb, and we're keeping 220 here. We're keeping V nav speed. It's gonna drop a little bit. Go flaps 1. I think they already retracted anyway. Automatically. And we're gonna go autopilot 1. And as I said earlier, I am using my wing FCU right here. Beautiful, beautiful night. So we will be climbing up to 18,000 feet. I'm not sure what transition altitude is. I think it might be like 5,000 feet or something. Let me look it up. EDDF transition alt. Okay. Transition altitude 5,000. Yeah. It is 5,000. So we're gonna go ahead and pull standard barrel. So past 10,000 feet, that means seatbelt signs can come off. And just something I really like about the Fenix, I don't know, it's a tidbit, it's like a little gimmick, but the seatbelt signs actually do come off in the cabin, which, I mean, in the PMDG, that's not the case, at least in the 737, because I did notice that in the 777, they added that feature. And I mean, it doesn't even matter too much, it's like a stupid gimmick, but it's like, I like it. I don't know why. It's just cool. So 80 miles, and I see top of descent in like 120 miles. So yeah, it is a really short flight. As you can see, we're only like 244 miles away from Amsterdam. There's top of climb right there. Hey Rocco, yeah, of course you can ask me. Whatever question you have, you can go ahead and ask. Feel free to ask any questions if you need. Oh yeah, I forgot to retract my spoilers. So we should be reaching cruise altitude in about 12 miles. Less than that, actually. Oh wait, yeah. I thought this was the 20 mile for a moment. The fits. Does anyone actually use that? Like, does anyone use the approach fitses and the 737? Because I do know, I'm not sure, actually, I'm pretty sure, I mean, there has to be a way to do that in the A320. Like, to set a fits around the airport. Your flight is tomorrow and you're scared of flying? Well, you should be fine. I mean, maybe that doesn't sound too, like, inspirational. What can I do to stop that? Well, there is a fear of flying. So, if it does help in any way, I've flown many times and I've barely had any issues. Like, the planes that I've flown barely have had any issues while I actually fly. So it is generally unlikely for anything to happen to you. And again, I'm not like a psychologist. I can't help you overcome your fear of flying, because I do understand that some people are scared of either flying or heights and stuff like that. But I would just say, like, try to enjoy the flight. No, don't think about the fact that you're up in the air too much, and just like relax. Maybe watch some movies during the flight, listen to music, maybe sleep. Because there are ways you can distract yourself from the fear of flying. But like little things like that, maybe that can help you distract yourself from the fact that you're up in a plane. Because that's usually what I do. And I mean, I'm not scared of flying, but I personally like listening to music, watching movies, doing all that stuff. It does distract, especially watching movies, because like you're immersed in like watching this film, and you like sometimes you forget you're flying. So it's like that might help you. The case is different for everyone, because I mean, maybe you have personal reasons, like maybe, yeah. But generally, that should work. Like, trying to do things during the flight that can help you get, like, not focus too much on the fact that you're flying. But yeah. I'm sorry if this didn't help too much, because again, I'm not a psychologist. I can't really help you overcome your fear. But generally, it is a good idea to do things that can like distract you. So, I hope that helped. Hopefully. And I mean, you could also look up, like, there's people online, I'm sure there's experts online that have made videos about this, like, on YouTube, or, like, articles about it, to, like, actually, stuff that actually, like, psychologically helps you, not be scared of flying. So, I mean, you could also do that. I'm not the best person to ask for that. Yeah, because like as I said, I'm personally not scared of flying, and I enjoy flying a lot. But what I would imagine, as I said, is if you get your mind off of your fear, yeah. You fly a lot, but every time you fly, you're scared. Yeah, that's understandable. Well, I hope you have a safe flight tomorrow, and that you just enjoy it without being scared. And yeah, you're welcome. Have a great night, and thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you stopping by. So anyway, I'm not sure if any of you who are watching know me because of my tutorials. So I will be letting you guys know kind of like what my plans are. So for my tutorials, I am planning to make one on transparent windows, and I'm planning to make another one on projection mapping. And that's somewhere this month. I'm planning to be doing those because those are like really short tutorials, and I figure those are useful. But if anyone that is watching has any suggestions for me, because there are a lot of hot topics that I probably haven't covered, like ground textures. I've never made tutorials on how to make ground textures. And you can do that using Substance Painter. In fact, we use Substance Painter to make ground. That is something that it's a really useful tool because it has so many things. It's like you're basically looking at a rendered version of your ground with all them like the material maps in real time, and like that's good. That's why Substance Painter, like above Photoshop, personally I prefer it more than just like handcrafting them using Photoshop game, which is also they're also good tools. But personally, we use Substance Painter. Now, if you guys have any more suggestions besides the ones that I've already mentioned, like transparent windows, and projection mapping, you guys can also let me know. Cause, yeah. And landing lights can come off as we're at 18,000 feet. So within 80 miles, we've got top descent already. So it's been 40 miles since we last checked for that. So really short flight. Okay, so maybe we can, okay, so it says enter destination data. Hold on. So I'm gonna look up. Okay. Wait. So it doesn't say. Okay, no, never mind. So 2,000 feet, I think, is the altitude of our final approach fits. So that's the altitude we're going to be setting in the MCP, or sorry, the FCU. So let's go ahead and look up the METAR for Amsterdam. Let's see how much more difference it is than the one in Frankfurt. Let's check the Aviation Weather Center, EHAM, Amsterdam. We've got wind 070 at 6 knots, temperature 17 degrees. Okay, so 070 at 6. Okay, QNH 1018. So let's see, what is that in inches of mercury? 3006. So 3006 is our altimeter, and temperature is 17. Whoops, we're turning. Okay, temperature 17, 3006 is the altimeter, 070 at 6 knots, and yeah. That should do it. And we do have descent in less than 60 miles now. We're pretty much flying over like mainland. Not sure exactly where we're flying over right now. Actually, that just reminded me, I need to open up Volanta. Right now. And put in all the flight information. Because I want that to count. So we got LH1003 Lufthansa 1003, and we're gonna add the flight plan. So it's a really short flight. And we're pretty much halfway there now. Okay. So 40 miles until top of descent now. We're on Hotel Mike. It says ETP. So we're making that left turn right now. Pretty wide left turn. And we are 137 miles away from Amsterdam. And less than 40 miles away from descent. So we'll just keep going. $32 miles. See where there's ATC for. So there is a lot of traffic right now for Vatsum in Amsterdam, but there's no ATC. So there's pretty much no point in getting on. So I think at this point, we can go ahead and reset the MCP altitude to 2,000 feet. And then there's top of descent coming up quickly. I don't think it's going to be that quick of a descent. I think it's going to be pretty gradual, because we are 118 miles out still, so, and we're still flying over mainland. According to my Volanta, we're flying over Germany still, and once we get on the Romeo Kilo November transition, that's when we're going to be flying over the Netherlands, which is coming up in 15 miles. So we are pretty much just about leaving German territory. And that land over there is probably the Netherlands. See outside. We are still flying over Germany though. Still. I wonder if there's a direct flight from Frankfurt to Münster. There is. There actually is. It's on the CRJ 1000. Frankfurt to Münster. And it takes 3 hours to drive there. So, by car, like driving there. So we are set up for the ILS 06 into Amsterdam, and we are just about ready to start our descents. here we go. We're gonna start the right turn. So we are on Romeo Kilo November transition at the moment. So we're going to descend to flight level 100, below 100, above 070 by RT. So I do wonder. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at our approach real quick, because I'm curious. So right now we're headed straight to Oscar. Or okay, so it's gonna be kind of like a circle to land, except it's a really sharp turn. So I think at some point here we're supposed to be vectored into 06. The editor, welcome. Thank you for joining. How's your day? Hope you're doing good. Just now reviewing our approach into Amsterdam. So it's gonna take us about 20 something miles. Is that the distance? 26 miles from Oscar. Yep, I think that's... Well, I'm doing pretty good, thank you for asking. Are you here because of my tutorials, or are you just generally like, have you ever watched my flying streams before? Because if you're here because of my tutorials, then you can ask questions or give me suggestions for future tutorials if you want. Because I like to really hear people out when it comes to this. Because ultimately I'm making tutorials to help you guys out. And it would be good to hear what you guys are struggling with to see what I can do to help. Because right now we have pending the transparent glass for Explain, the glass tutorial, and the projection mapping one. So yeah, that's what I have planned, but you were looking at your YouTube? Oh, okay. So I popped up in your recommended. Nice. Do you like flights, or are you just kind of roaming around, just curious? Because flight sim... Yeah, you like flight sim? That's great. I like it too. I don't get to fly super often during the year, so like whenever I get to fly, I like to stream my flights. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate you coming and watching my stream. And yeah. What's your favorite aircraft type? Because right now we're flying the A320. I really like the A320 as well. But with the recent PMDG 777 release, I've been liking the 777 a lot more. It's been super enjoyable. Oh, you don't have enough money? Yeah. It makes sense because flight sim and let alone like flight sim hardware is super expensive. Like it took me years to buy all the hardware that I have for flight sim right now. And yeah, it's completely understandable. Like But hopefully, like, with time, you'll be able to save up and, like, buy flight sim. Unless you're planning to save up and become a pilot. Because that's kind of what I'm aiming to do. I really like flight sim, but ultimately, you just like to watch it. So you're not interested in, like, getting it, a flight sim. Do you watch any other flight sim streamers, like Captain Canada or Blue Games? I'm trying to think of British Avgeek. But anyway, as I was saying, I am looking into starting my private pilot's license training, which hopefully, I mean, shouldn't take me too long. You want to become an ATC? That's valid, dude. That's valid. You just watch it when you see one? That's cool. That's really dope. Well, if you want, because I have made ATC, like, realistic flights, because in flight sim, you can install something called VATSIM, and you can fly basically with other users and realistically communicate with, like, ATC and stuff. So I have done that in the past, and I'm looking to start doing that again, like, and maybe, I don't know if that's something you're interested in watching, but it is really cool to be able to add that level of realism to flying in flight sim, like just communicating with ATC as if you were flying in real life. So I am planning on making, like, at least hopefully my next stream should actually, like, by that point I should already be flying on VATSIM. I did one 2 years ago where I was flying on the network. It's the San Diego to San Francisco one. And I was flying on VATSIM that day, and on my approach to San Francisco, it was just like full on ATC. It's really cool. Do you know ATC terminology already? Like, have you been, like, looking into it and stuff? Like, do you know, like, basic ATC? Because, I mean, if you ever get into flight sim, that is a good thing, because, like, you're already kind of getting familiar with the language by using VATSIM. If you ever consider buying flight sim, I would recommend using VATSIM. It's really fun. It just feels like a lot more realistic than flying the way I'm flying right now, which is no ATC. I mean, this is great too, but a little, yeah. Well, it's not, I thought it was super intimidating at first, but it's honestly not that intimidating once you actually understand, like, the general gist of it. But it's really fun to use VATSIM. If you ever do get flight sim, highly recommend it. Okay, so we're below 10,000 feet. We're gonna go ahead and turn on landing lights and fast seatbelt signs. Landing lights should have already been on by this point. So below 9,000, and it seems like we're gonna do a circle. I'm not sure how far away. Okay. Yeah, so auto brake's low. I don't think the runway is that short. But anyway, really cool. Really cool. I've also considered ATC. Honestly, it's a really cool job. And so we are currently 30 miles away from Amsterdam, still descending. We've got the airplane pretty much configured brakes wise. We've got approach mode turned on. 40 miles. So perf. We've got our destination data turned in. And if you go to RadNav, we should see the ILS frequency, which should already be in there for us for runway sits. So I think that is Amsterdam in the distance. I still don't see Schiphol though. Okay, there it is. So that's Schiphol right there. I'm pretty sure that's Schiphol. And I'm not sure which one is runway sits. I think it seems to be that one right there. The one that is perpendicular to this runway, if I'm seeing a runway. Because we're still pretty far to determine that. Where do I live? Oh, I am in Wisconsin. I'm located in Wisconsin. So yeah, I mean, technically, if I wanted to become ATC, I think I could do like Midwest Center. I'm not sure if that's a thing, maybe like Chicago Center or something. I don't know. Or maybe a tower controller on one of my local airports. But yeah, where do you live? Is it like a federal thing as well? Like, if you don't live in the US, I'm not sure. It should be a federal thing. A federal funded thing worldwide. But I can't say that for sure about every country. You live in the Netherlands? Oh, that's a nice coincidence. Because we are flying into Amsterdam right now. Do you live in Amsterdam, or do you live like more into like another town inside the country? That's cool. You live more to the south? That's cool. Like towards Eindhoven, you mean? Because right here I'm looking south and I'm seeing Hertogenbosch. Or not that for far south. Like, you mean, because I mean technically you can go south, but you could also go west or east. Okay, so we're 5,400 feet. You're nearby Rotterdam? Oh yeah, so that's not too far away from Amsterdam. That's cool. Because I'm looking here at my Volanta map, and I'm seeing like all the regions. Because you guys have border with Germany and Belgium, it seems. That's cool. And so it seems like Alpha Mike 110 is about 10 miles away from the runway, so I think by that point we can still... Yo, what's up, Flake? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. By the way, you didn't hear this from me, but the A380 should be within 6 months. It's something I heard from friend of mine. Whoa. Oh yeah, I just noticed we have a 33 wind, a 33 knot headwind. Yeah, the PMDG 777. Yeah, that honestly, that plane, I was also dormant on flight sim. I hadn't flown in a while. That plane really got me flying long hauls again. Yeah, the flight, yeah, but I mean, honestly, I've kind of gotten used to it at this point. I still need to fly at Splane. I know there's gotta be a route, because most of my flights lately have been just Microsoft Flight Sim, and like I literally haven't flown at Splane since the last time I flew on stream, which was last year. So over 8 months ago I haven't flown at Splane. Okay, we're gonna go flaps 1. Oh, whoops. Not yet. Okay, yeah. I was gonna turn on approach mode, which seems to already have activated. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just drop that speed. We'll let it drop naturally because we're still like 10 miles out. You did X-Plane a month ago with auto ortho. Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to try lately. I have not tried auto ortho yet. Because frankly, I'm a little scared of what it can. Like, I don't know. I'm just a little scared that it like crashes my sim or something. But from like what I've heard from other people, auto ortho seems to like work fine. Seems to be like a pretty good airport. I wonder what airport that is. Is it like Rotterdam? Okay. EHRD. Yeah, I think it is Rotterdam. Actually. You need to go? The editor, thank you so much for coming. And yeah, that is Rotterdam Airport right down there. But thank you so much for stopping along and watching the stream, dude. It's so great to get to know you, man. I hope you have a great night. Just install it correctly and you won't have problems. Yeah, that's something I've been looking to do. We're gonna start a really sharp turn to the right. Yeah, see ya, the editor. Really great that you stopped by. Thank you for coming. Yeah. I'm gonna turn on approach mode. And Alpha Mike 609. I'm pretty sure we're just follow the tutorial. Just be patient. Sometimes it looks like it's stuck on a package when downloading. So how does auto ortho work exactly? Like, does it actually Like, do you have to pre-download something, or does it automatically like just load in the tiles like wherever you're flying? Oh man, we're actually really close to the runway. Flaps 2. You've got glide slope. You're down. Let's go flap full. Arm the speed brakes. Just gonna make that left turn. This feels like Kai-Tak. Okay, that's interesting. Is there a region for like, or sorry, a package for every region in the world, or are there, or is it limited to certain regions? 30 gigabytes? That's not too bad. That's the entirety of Europe in 30 gigabytes. I mean, yeah. Every continent? That's cool. I might try that out for South America, because honestly, that would be cool to not have to download ortho like ever again. And I honestly, I really hope Laminar Research like adopts that type of technology, because I'm not sure if you've seen Okay, anyway, I'm not sure if you've seen, but Austin has been like a little bit less against ortho imagery now. Whoa, that was rough. How do I turn that off? Minus 214, dude, that was definitely not 214. That was way more than that. Oh my gosh, minus 420. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's tough. Oh my gosh. But anyway, as I was saying, I think Austin has been a lot more against ortho imagery, because last year, or not last year, like a couple years before, like when S-Plane 12 had bleed, yeah, that was way harder than I expected to. I expected like 350, but like that's tough, honestly. Anyway, welcome to Amsterdam. But yeah, I think Austin is gonna end up implementing ortho at some point. I'm not sure when, frankly, but I think he's gonna have to. I don't know, because his current global scenery, or is it global scenery or like custom? I forget. There's a specific name for it. Yeah, I do have the PMDG 777. I should do a long haul on it on stream. I've done. I think I've done 3 long hauls on it already. I've done. And they were all back-to-back long hauls too. Like I flew it like 3 days straight. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to, but something for default S-Plane scenery, because like the default S-Plane scenery right now, what he has right now is like, it's always been like the same story, and it's just never improved really. Yeah, I should do a long haul with it on stream. I did 3 off stream, but I'm planning to do another one once I leave Europe, because right now I'm in the Netherlands. I literally just landed. But I could do something maybe like, yeah, from South America up to North America. Or maybe I can stream my flight down to South America. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try out auto ortho. And does it let you do like select how high up the resolution is for the packages? Like, are there different packages for different resolutions, or are you downloading a package with a preset resolution? Get the bleed on. You're going to bed, it's midnight? Well, thank you for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate you coming and talking with me on stream. It was really nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy your 777 flights. I do a lot of those flights, like right before I go to bed, I take off. If you have a 4 package, you can stream. Oh, okay. So you do have the choice then. Well, it's pretty clear when you look at the installer. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at it then. And we'll see what I do there. I mean, I don't mind too much if the zoom level isn't that high. Like, I don't need zoom level 20 for the entirety of Europe or anything. But yeah, I will take a look at those options. Maybe we'll do one tonight. That's great. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Hope you have a great night. So yeah, welcome to Amsterdam, guys. We are currently parked gate Bravo 23, and that should pretty much do it for tonight. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, send it to Lee. So thank you guys so much for stopping by the stream. For those of you who watched, really appreciate your time. Maybe we'll do a long haul with the 777 for the next stream, but we'll have to see, and I'll see when I release the next tutorials as well for the transparent glass and projection mapping. So yeah, for those of you who watched, thank you so much for coming along. Really appreciate your time, and I will be seeing you guys in that stream. So thank you all once again, and I hope you guys have a great day. Let's roll the outro music.